What's up, you guys? So I'm gonna wait a little bit for people to join and quickly set up my stream code. So for everybody that doesn't know what the title means, there is a website that I use called GRABIFY.com .link, not .com, my bad. And people keep asking, how do I get scammers' IP addresses? This is how I get their IP addresses. It's completely legal to get somebody's IP address the way I do it. All it is that when I send somebody a certain link, which is a fake link that will redirect them to a true link that I give, it then will take their IP address and put it into the system under a certain code that the website has set for me to be able to get notified for who clicked on the link. If you click on the link that I send you for me attempting to catch scammers the way I do it, it will let me know if you're using an IP address, not an IP address, a VPN, a virtual private network. It will show me who the virtual private network company is that you're using. It'll show me what kind of phone, computer, or whatever you're using. And I can take the IP address itself and physically take the IP address, and add it into another website that will give me a little bit more narrowed down GPS location of where that IP address is located for. And 90% of the time I can find pretty close to where the person is and inform the police for where the scammer is located. So when a scammer tries me, I will lead them on to get to the point where they will trust me enough for them to stupidly think that the link I'm sending them is a real link that is set for them to get the money they think they're getting and that they're wanting. But they're not. It's always, I use random links most of the time. The most common link I will actually use for a scammer is Cash App scam information alert off of Cash App itself, because most of the time they're wanting money sent through Cash App, or I'll just take a picture off of Google and use the link for that picture as the link to drag them into clicking onto it. Most of the time it works. As you guys will see, how it works and the information I can get from them clicking on it, and how easy it is. When I do go to the website and allow you guys to actually see the website, it will say the link. I do not want anybody whatsoever that is watching this to go and type in the link that is in there. It will notify me of your IP address and everything, and I don't want anybody doing that. I don't want notifications for the link that I'm showing you guys. That's why it's not actually logged into my account, where I do get notifications from this website of activity on the website and the link. But that website is grabify.info. Hey, Tina. and this is what it looks like. This is on my computer. I'm gonna go to it myself. You see, I have just YouTube as itself. It's literally just youtube.com that I'm gonna use to create this URL. There are terms of services that automatically request that you look at it. I've read this. It's really long. Not gonna read it all with you guys. If you guys do use it, do read and look at the terms and services and the privacy policy and everything, please. I'm not advocating using this website for anything, but a couple of you guys have asked how it's done. Then you get the prove you're a human thing, any picture with a car, and that is all these pictures. Click on it, wait for it to load. Takes a couple seconds. Then this pops up. Obviously, there's nothing on here. It's a fresh code you guys just saw me create. I always turn on the smart logger right here for the sole purpose of what the smart logger is. Frequently asked questions. I'll show you guys what's a smart logger. A smart logger is their new way to verify certain items. Yeah, and it shows you everything there for the smart logger. I always turn that on. Clearly, there's nothing, no results, because again, please do not enter the web link. If you want to change it to make it look like a different website, which I would have personally advised, because if you leave it as Grabify, if you leave it as Grabify.link, some people might know that and not want to click on it. So it gives you a nice long list of options. You can select any of these options. I go based off of what my scammer is wanting to see. If they're wanting like a Steam gift card, I'll do gamingfun.me or gaming at my best right there. If it's a romance scammer, I'll use the Lovebirds, True Love, or Dating's one right here. Or it all depends on what ones I'm going to use. Say I use this one, it'll put that up there. Select different extensions. So depending on what type of file you're wanting it to look like, I can put HTML. I'll show you guys a long path pretty much. We'll put film, close, and then you see this link right here changed. Again, do not enter the link, please, you guys. But it changes to looking like a real link. Then here is the tracking information from scammers that I have. You guys can see I've gotten 4 scammers to click on it, but it shows 10 results. The reason oh man, go away. The reason it shows 10 results is that there's bots. Grabify will add bots, but they give you the ease of just a click of a button. See all 10 now pop up. You just click hide bots. These are all actually, believe it or not, the same scammer. I only use this link for one scammer, and stupidly they clicked on it a bunch of times. You can see right here by looking at the host name, these two are the same, these two are the same. But what the person fails to know is I was notified each time they clicked on it. You can see the days they clicked on it, what days it was. It was all in one day. So like back-to-back times. They, at this This one, I just sent them the link. They clicked on it. Then they started saying, "Oh, the link you sent me is not working." It was a link I created of just what is known as a 404 code, which is a coding word for doesn't exist. That's what error code 404 means on web links. So when they clicked on it, they got that. Then they clicked on it again 2 minutes later. Then another minute later, they clicked on it again. And then 3 more minutes later, some reason they clicked on it yet again. I have no idea why. Hey y'all. So for this one, you can see on these bottom two the red exclamation mark. Hey Jim. Red exclamation mark just tells you right here it's a VPN or a proxy. So they're using a VPN, but it gives me still all the information. Their time zone, which is like what country they're in, for real, by their phone. So it says country here, Los Angeles, Los Angeles, USA. But here it says time zone, Lagos, Africa. So they're really in Africa because that's what their device time says. And it was Monday, January 18th this year at 8:23 p.m. in Africa, obviously. That's what it shows. They're using an Apple device. I know they're using an Apple iPhone, as it says down here. Way down here it says platform, iPhone. Most of the times Apple iPhone 6s, I've realized that they're using. So I learned that pretty quick. They're not using an ad blocker or incognito windows. It's an Apple device, so it says Apple GPU. Browser, they clicked on it and opened it through mobile Safari. And here is what's funny. Operating system 12.4.9. Anybody that has an Apple device that is an Apple iPhone, you would know iOS 14 is out. iOS 14 is available in America all the way onto the iPhone 6s. Their devices over there, they can't get past this platform, this operating system right now of iOS 12. That's the furthest I've seen, and I've been doing this for months. Obviously, touchscreen, yeah, it's a touchscreen device. It's an iPhone. And then it tells you the user agent, which is kind of like their phone. All the information on their phone, a little bit more information on their phone. But when on this case of the VPN, this person's using a VPN and it shows host name here and ISP. Host name is like major companies names that are the provider. Sometimes it's not that, but the ISP is always going to be the company that supplies the ISP is Internet Service Provider. So it's always going to be their VPN provider or their actual phone or internet provider, depending on what they are on when they click on the link. If they're on cell phone service, I will be able to see their cell phone provider, and I can actually show you guys that through this same tracking ID. Come on, close away. Thank you. So this is the same scammer. They're in Nigeria, Lagos, Africa. Shows all the same exact stuff. Down here is where it's different. Host name in this case is their IP address as well. I'm not too familiar with what can make it be just the IP address they're on, but either way, I always look at the ISP instead. I don't really look at host names. I look for the ISPs. ISP here is Globacom-AS. Globacom is a home phone and internet provider in South Africa. And I'll even show you guys how I find that out by just doing this. If it will let me. Stuck in the butthead. There we go. Globacom Limited, commonly known as Glo, is a Nigerian multinational telecommunications company founded on August 29th of 2003 by Mike Adjanira or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce the name. I'm not too worried about it. But you can even go over here to Wikipedia. Let's see. Nope, it pulled up the image on me. But you can see all their images. Go to their website. So this one is still loading. Come on. But you can see on the top it says Glo 4G LTE network experience. If it ever finishes loading, it might be a song. Well, I've seen a couple different ones that are all familiar, pretty similar. It's not loading, so but excuse me. You can see all their information, Glo worldwide, all this information on them. And what I normally would do is, because I have the IP address and the service provider's name, 9 out of 10 times, even if you're using an IP address, a VPN, I mean, they log IP addresses that are given out to people. They have to, for security reasons. I will take IP addresses and contact the companies that own them, because you don't own your IP address. The phone company or internet company or VPN company owns your IP address, not you. And I can go, in this case, we'll take this IP address. Should have opened this other tab up already, but I wasn't going to originally do this. IP location tracker. I use iplocation.net, I think it is. I have it saved on my phone. And you see all the information on that IP address. And right there, the latitude and longitude. I can take the latitude and longitude information of the IP address and enter it to Google Earth. And on Google Earth, it will tell me normally a couple block radius of where the person could be located. It's obviously not too accurate. It's an IP address logging system. They can't completely be accurate, but you have to go to the one down here, because if you go to, well, this would be Globalcom's IP. You can also check these sometimes, and they'll be a little bit more accurate. But sometimes you can just take all these IP addresses and figure out like where the person was. So this IP address was updated on the 1st of this year. So Globalcom created this IP address on the 1st at this location. So let me stop sharing that. So when I get the IP addresses, I'm able to take them, put in the latitude and longitude, get a pretty close estimate to where they're located. But I always report them to the police if I can verify where they're at. And I've done it multiple times and actually been informed by police departments in multiple countries the information of people. I've been informed of, unfortunately, even people in America that have tried to scam. These scams that are legitimately Americans trying to scam people. I've gotten Jamaica, Nigeria, Indonesia, India, all over the world. Like, scamming is not just in India. I know there's a lot in there. Those are telecom communicated scammers most of the time. Scammers that are online, emailing you, texting you on Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, any and all other social media. Those are the ones that are more worldwide. They're not just a small area most of the time. I'm not going to say I'm the best at catching scammers. There is a guy on YouTube that all he does is get scammers and mess with them and mess with their money. Jim Browning, I think his name is. I'm not 100% sure, but he is on YouTube. He is amazing at getting scammers and catching them and shutting them down pretty quick. He has a amazing setup, but I'm just using my iPhone to get them and catch them. And when I'm going at a scammer to put them down and stop them, unfortunately, the reason I do it is most of the time, even if Facebook or anybody does shut down the accounts, they're back at it in no time flat. They'll make a new email and a new account and be right back to it. I can shut down an account pretty quick sometimes. I have communications with certain companies that have helped me shut down accounts. I've had many, 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 many times where I had talked to Snapchat for, I want to say, a week straight. I was emailing Snapchat, not Snapchat, Cash App, my bad. Cash App. I was emailing Cash App nonstop, talking to their security managers. Originally, I talked to one or two agents that are involved with shutting down scamming through Snapchat. Snapchat. I have Snapchat on my mind for some reason. Cash App. And I talked to them, to the agents, like 2 or 3 emails back and forth. Then they're like, we're going to help have you email by our department manager. And before I even read the email from them, from the agents, I already received an email from the department manager of security to prevent scammers. And the manager was like, "We have this website. Um, I need you to go to this website and enter your email. When you enter your email, they're going to ask you to just email them back any and all information you can on these people so we can shut them down and contact whatever company they're messaging you on to have them shut down." And I sent them a 20-minute long video that I have as unlisted on YouTube. I sent them a 20-minute long video, the link. And I was like, this is what I have. And this is just from this week. This isn't including other scammers that I've gotten their accounts shut down on social media itself, or scammers that I have been blocked by because they see their scam's not going to work on me and they're like, oh, well, we're wasting our time here. And they will normally block me. Then they sell my account information to another scammer and just keep going, and none of them win. Obviously, I always win against them. And when I emailed them the information, I told them this information is everything. Like, I sent them the video including account names for their Instagram and everything, Snapchats that I had them on. I had some from Facebook in there, how their scams work, what their scam was for each one. And then it went into showing them the IP logger with how I know they were lying. How I knew they were a scammer is because they're saying they're in Florida, in Tampa, Florida, a romance scammer. Excuse me. A romance scammer had said she was in Florida. She was in Nigeria. I had that sent to them. Then emails from me and the ISP owners. I had sent them emails of me to the police. I've sent them emails of everything that I could, any social media companies I contacted. I sent them the latitude and longitude locations of these people to the extent where it was, you can't fight me. You can't say this isn't scamming. Then I sent proof where the person, some people would admit, yes, you're right, this is a scam and this is how it works. And this is how I got your information. I bought it from this person that was apparently talking to you. They said that they successfully scammed you to me, and I thought I was going to get a little bit of money from you by scamming you as well. Obviously, they lied to each other to sell my information, my Instagram handle or my Facebook name or my Snapchat name, whatever they're wanting to use to try to scam people on that day. And they admitted, they look at your profile. Snapchat, I don't get that many on because I have my location hidden on Snapchat, and that's how they find out where they're going to claim they're from to try to scam you. But on Facebook, I have where I live. On Instagram, I live in Tampa, Florida. So they use all that to get you and try to make you fall for it. Well, the company that they had me forward all the information to was actually a federal ran scam ending company. I don't know what to call it, but they said there it's a company they use when anybody reports scams to them to help shut down them permanently. And they told me that the Cash App tags that I was giving them was all going to be shut down. I had a list of, I want to say 60 scammers Cash App tags that I sent them to the managers of Cash App security. And Cash App literally shut down in like 5 minutes of me sending the email. They shut down every account on that list. And I knew they shut down the accounts because whenever you would put in the cash tag on Cash App, it would come, this account no longer is active. It was shut down for security purposes. Um, if you know this person, please contact customer support for assistance. So if it was that you would even try to scam somebody with the account still, while they were processing the shutdown account of the account, they would inform people this is a scam, don't fall for it. And they told me this is a thing they set up a while ago. And anybody that would try to message these people money, send these people money on Cash App would require that you would email them. If you were going to try and actually continue to send them money after the notification of the account being shut down. And they told me when anybody would email them from trying to contact these people with these Cash App tags, they said that what they're going to tell the people is that person is a scammer. We are currently investigating them to shut them fully down. Once we shut them down, we're going to be going and working to refund every person they scammed, any person that sent money to them. They were going to work on sending all the people's money back. Anybody that the accounts sent money to, they were going to work on finding out if they were scammers as well and work on shutting them down. So they were working deeper into the accounts to shut down more and more and more of the tree. Because believe it or not, you're talking to down here. The people you're talking to that are trying to scam you are way down here. They're making no money really compared to their boss. So with most scams, there's like 10 levels of bosses. It's, the person you're talking to on the phone or whatever, then the office manager or the whatever. And these people are making like, we'll say $100 a day to try to scam you. These people are making $150 for making sure these people are doing good scamming you. Then there's the company manager. They're making $300 to make sure these people are making sure these people are doing good, and then so on and so forth. The person making all the money with all the nice, pretty cars and the company is the guy way up here. Each time somebody falls for the scam, he's making, we'll say, 60+% of the money from scamming you. They said their target is to go for that big guy. There's somewhere where the money is not going anymore from Cash App to Cash App. It's going from Cash App to some bank. And then from there, they were going to contact the banks it was getting sent to and inform the banks that they're scammers, and then work with the banks to go even deeper and deeper and deeper until they could get the furthest up person they possibly could find in the group. They told me their target is here. They're going to stop here and hope for that here. they were hoping and praying for the stars, pretty much. So their main target is the big guy, the boss, and they told me we're going to do everything we can to completely end it. And these scammers. Well, since the last time me and them talked, after not including the last time, they told me from the 60 accounts I had reported to them that they had gotten, from just the people I reported, they were at over 150 different people they were able to figure out involved in it, and shut down over 300 accounts on Cash App. Now, don't get me wrong, that's not all of them. That's one company, one group. And they said they were talking to banks all over the place to put a bigger end to these people. They themselves also informed the police of where the scammers were and everything, and that they, being a big company reporting scammers to the police had notified them they're gonna work on putting them to an end. Well, the scammers have to use a cell phone number for Cash App. Cash App requires a phone number and an email. Well, because you're using a phone number, you have to either use a real phone number or an internet phone number. Well, they then go and they target the emails and phone numbers. And they're like, that we have a whole fraud department. It's what it was. Is their whole fraud department was working on all the scammers I told them about. I reported 60, and they had so many scammers they were able to. They had so many scammers they were able to take care of, all from that one website. So that's how I do it, and it works great. So if you guys want to mess with scammers or prove somebody's a scammer, that's how I do it. Do not use this to try to hack anybody. People, please don't try to hack people. I am not reliable if you get in trouble for hacking. I didn't show you how to hack. I showed you how to get IP addresses. Don't be using that against people either. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna get off. If you guys have any more questions, comment down below. I love you guys. Peace.